2007, December. Based on that information, Linda McClure, the SEIU representative, asked no less than 12 times to be heard in a meet and confer session, and was denied, specifically by Allison Glassy, saying that because the 75-25 split was in the contract, that they felt that their meet and confer obligations had been met. And one of the topics that Linda McClure had specifically wanted to cover was that in the minutes of the September 24, 2007 health plan meeting, upon motion of Gary Hudson and seconded by Katie Ford, which are not either represented by SEIU, they're representative of other organizations, that the recommendation was to increase the dental portion of the health plan to $2,000. There were 5 yay votes and no votes, and the actual premium increase was $1,500, not $2,000. Linda wanted to discuss that and was denied meet and confer on that issue, so that was one of the reasons for the ULP. In this argument, there are constant references to the 75-25 split being discussed over a several-year period. I went back for 3 years, and the first minutes of the Health Benefits Committee referenced it in November 15th of 2006. And in those meetings, there's a couple points of interest. The first one is that in the minutes it says that Linda Clauser explained what the situation to the 25-75 split ratio was, and then later in the minutes it says that Board and Dom went over the report. It was based on projections. It's an underwriting report based on a response from the county. Borden outlined the criteria given him by the county, which included the 75-25 split. His recommendation to the employees, and I quote from the minutes, Borden stated that the employees were going to take quite a hit with the current rate increase and suggested that the implementation be done at a slower transition, possibly over 2 years. Borden Darm's our third-party administrator. And I'll go back to this last reference since I only have about a minute. In a December 18th, 2007 memo from Linda Clauser, it states that if this year, 2008, is a good year, that will have a surplus of $900,000. So it's difficult for the employees to understand the urgency of correcting this in a 12-year period. And then last, I just want to say that there has been a resolution presented to Allison Glassy that if this was implemented over a 2-year period instead of a 1, that both the 2006-2007 ULP would go away, literally, and that was presented a month ago. And the last thing is that there would also have to be an actuarial report prior to the next increase, but there has been a reasonable presentation to make both the ULPs go away. So I just wanted to be sure that you knew that there was an option for you to take. Thank you.
Thank you. The more applause, the less time into the 10-minute time frame you have. If you'd like to use that time frame to applaud and express your passion, please do so. Next speaker, Sally Young, followed by Linda McClure.
My name is Sally Young, and Barbie Svensson said just about everything that I was thinking of when she gave her speech, and it's still mind-boggling to me that you people can do this to your county workers, especially those with children. So I would like you to do the right thing and do your job, and that means doing the right thing and helping these county employees, because what is happening is not right and it's unfair.
Thank you. Next speaker, Linda McClure, followed by David Barnett.
I'm Linda McClure, representing Service Employees Union, and as Jackie touched on, there is an easy fix for this. I know this isn't, this is a hassle for the county workers as well as all of you. Spreading the correction over 2 years, the 25-75 split over 2 years, to change the enhanced benefits to the levels that were agreed to by all the bargaining units, and to reach agreement on what an actuarial report, what the expectations of an actuarial report are. That's an easy fix, and that would handle last year's unfair labor practice and grievance, which is currently at arbitration and has the potential of costing the county a lot of money. It would fix this year's ULP that's in the process of being fired and the grievance that is going through the process right now. And so we're just urging you to direct your bargaining team, who we're meeting with on Thursday morning, to settle this. Maybe you're not aware of what all went on in these meetings, and we certainly would be happy to meet with you individually and give you more information. Jackie has talked some. But if you urge your bargaining team to settle, then all this would go away. Thank you.
Ms. McClure, I have a question. I'm holding in my hand a letter dated November 13, 2007. Health plan premium increase. Dear Ms. Clauser, per our conversation last week, SEIU's bargaining team agrees to a 17.6 rate increase if it includes the increase in dental and vision benefits. We do not agree to an increase in excess of 17.6% under any conditions. Please contact me if you have any questions. Signed, Linda McClure, Worksite Organizer.
Yes.
So what's the problem?
Well, the problem is the health premiums went up an average of 43%, some as high as 77%, that the agreements that we had discussed throughout the review process were that the 25-75 split be done over a number of years, and that wasn't part of the agreement. There were a number of issues, the reserves for one. This letter was specifically because in the meeting that Jackie referenced, the other bargaining units agreed that they did want the extra 1.6% over the 16%. They did want that to have the enhanced benefits. We did not vote in that meeting because we were still expecting a meet and confer, which was requested numerous times, both verbally and in writing. We expected it. We were entitled to it. We had more to discuss in that meet and confer as far as reserves, as far as the split. And this was solely to say, we were told, Linda told me on the phone, or in a meeting, we are putting through to have no increased benefits because SEIU didn't vote on it, and therefore we're not going to recommend any increased benefits. That letter was to say we do want the increased benefits for the 1.6%, but it was not a settlement of the contract. It was on that specific issue. And as I'm sure you understand, there is a big difference between 17.6% and 43.77%. There was a whole lot more increase than that. Nobody looked at a 17.6% increase.
Well, you signed this letter.
I did.
Did it go to your membership before you signed this letter?
The whole issue didn't. No, because that,
17.6%?
as far as the increased benefits, the 1.6% above the 16% that can be raised per the MOU, that extra 1.6% was informally polled throughout the membership. The sense that we got, both from email polling and from worksite visits, was that people would have preferred to have increased benefits. And this wasn't, it wasn't unanimous, it wasn't a consensus, but the majority of the people that we got feedback from said, if we're going to pay 16% more, we would rather pick up another 1.6% and get increased benefits.
Okay.
That was specifically on that issue.
Second question I have, the 75-25 split is part of a 3-year implementation that's already in your contract. Is that not correct?
The 25-75 split is in all the contracts. It actually, the